Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of the Bounce is Real podcast. Today we have a very special guest. His name is my man, Caleb Gremaud. Caleb, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well.
Good. Yeah. I'm very excited to have you on the show. I've been trying to bug you for probably over a month. I know you're nervous. I know you're nervous to come on the show. Yeah. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, it's just a natural setting.
It is a natural setting, man.
Nice, yeah.
Good. No, I just want to dive right into it because I know you have practice today or something, right?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, you have
I got a lot of homework, though, because I got this big project due tomorrow. It's a capstone. It's a presentation, so I have to...
Yeah, that's the new thing with in high school. They have like a capstone presentation. What is it? Just like something you want to do in the future or something?
So basically, it's 50% of my mark in this class. So it's a pretty big deal. So it's just a presentation you have to do to finish the course. And just a spiel about what you want to do with your life. And basically that's what it has to be 20 minutes long or like 15 to 20 minutes long. Nice. And mine's tomorrow,
Okay, man. Well, good luck on that.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to dive right into it. You're a grade 12 student right now and you're in Westside Secondary, right?
Yeah.
Good. And you're on the senior boys basketball team? Mm-hmm. Good. So how are you guys looking this year?
Yeah, so at the start of the year, I wasn't too sure how we're going to look.
Yeah.
We had 3 returning grade 11s that were going to be grade 12 this year.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually know who was going to be our grade 11s.
Yeah.
And luckily we had 2 grade 11s who stepped up. They played the year before, but I wasn't sure if they're going to play this year.
Yeah.
And they've been huge for us, actually. One's a starter.
Yeah.
And the other comes off the bench, but he's a really good key part to our team.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, at first I remember because you said you weren't going to have a team this year, and I'll talk about your championship run in a bit here, but you weren't sure if you're going to have a team this year, but I've been seeing you at tournaments and you guys are killing it with your kind of 1-2 punch, or actually 1-3 punch there with you, Jeremy, and we have Colton, right?
Colton. Wait, Colton.
Yeah, Colton. Are you sure?
Yeah, I always get mixed up because the 2 big guys are either Colton or Cole.
Yeah, so I mean, and with a 3-man roster right now, you're doing well in some tournaments. I don't think you guys really skipped much of a beat there, and you guys have some hardy role players.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we picked up 2 exchange students.
Yeah.
One's name's Weber. He starts for us. He's actually huge. He's a big defensive specialist. Yeah. And he gets some buckets, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got our Tony, our Morale on the bench.
Yeah,
he claps it up.
Oh,
I love Tony,
I love those type of guys, man. Every team needs them, eh?
Yeah.
And yourself right now, you're playing out of your mind. I've seen a couple 40-point games. And
I appreciate it.
Did you get a little 50-point? Did you get a little 50-piece yet?
Not yet, no.
No, not yet.
My highest, I got to 49.
49. Couldn't get that one, eh?
Couldn't get it. Oh my!
What? Don't tell me what. Why didn't you get it?
I don't know. I definitely missed a couple layups that I should have made. So that would have been the 50 right there. But it happens. Yeah, I didn't know where I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to start off with kind of your journey of the basketball. When did you start playing basketball? When did you play soccer before, hockey? Like, when did you start knowing basketball was your main sport?
Yeah, growing up, my dad always took us out playing sports, baseball a lot. Almost 2-3 times a week, he would take us out baseball, and he just really implemented sports in our life. Yeah, and so like we kind of grew up with all the sports. Yeah, yeah. And at the start, it was probably soccer was my favorite sport. Yeah. Up until probably grade 5, and then my first year playing basketball was in grade 4. Yeah. It was kind of tough because it was up to grade 7. So.
Oh, what school did you go to?
Is it KCS.
Oh, you're an Eagle. Oh, wow. We should have had you there, man. I wish I came a little earlier. Could have got you there.
Yeah, KCS.
Yeah,
and then I played in grade 7 again at KCS, and that's kind of where I realized that I really like basketball, and that's the sport I want to play. Yeah. And ever since then, it's just been my favorite sport.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember a few coaches, I think maybe Sean, also with Northern Bounce, coached you. Oh, yeah. Coach Porter also, or
those Porter's never coached me, but he's definitely a huge part.
Oh, 100%.
in my growth in basketball. Just a love for basketball too.
No, definitely. Coach Ports does a great job in town. I know in our first episode with Coach Garvey, we talked about the legends of Kamloops, and Porter's one of them. And you can definitely see a product of Garvey Porter, and now even your dad. Your dad's a coach there, especially last year. I remember because no one was really coaching the senior boys, and he kind of has a volleyball background, but he did a great job with you guys last year. How's it playing for your dad?
Yeah, so he's 1-1 as a coach.
I love it.
Yeah, first year coaching basketball, he won provincials, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it was actually like last year was a good season because like my dad had to step up as a head coach, but then we also had 3 other coaches who graduated in about 3 years ago.
Yeah,
that's and right. They helped a lot. They were coached by Porter, so Porter kind of Porter is coach as well, so like, they knew a lot of the stuff, and so. They help a lot with the plays and with the drawing up and timeouts and stuff like that.
That's good. Is it true that your dad did not give you any All-Stars last year? Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah, well, the only time I won All-Star, well, my dad, he says at the beginning of the season, he's like, just so you know, you're not getting any All-Stars. I don't want to be looked at as like favoriting you or anything. Yeah. But in the provincials, my dad wasn't the one picking.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and rightfully so. And I think it takes a special player like yourself, and mature student or a mature player, to understand that. And we all see it from the sidelines, the impact you have on the game. You are an all-star in every single game you play. So at the end of the day, the championship was kind of what you wanted anyways. You don't care about the other ones, eh?
I don't mind at all, actually. Like I really, I told him I didn't really care. Like, I understand why you can't give me MVP or anything like that. So
good. Yeah. So now I'm actually going to take you through a story. And I know this is something you may not know and you may not remember, but I met you in grade 10. You came to, I think, one of my winter camps a little bit, and we had a little, some open gyms there. Do you remember that? Do you remember that in grade 10? It was in the winter time. It was on one side, Garvey was kind of coaching. It was at KCS, and I had a little bit it was like a week long. Do you not remember that? You're in grade 10, winter time.
Okay, maybe I do.
It's funny because Owen and Cruz, who also is on Northern Bounce, were on the other side, and and Sam Beer were there all too. We were all in the gym at the same time. You don't remember that?
No, I actually...
Nate, Jude, yourself, Colton, you guys are all in the gym in the wintertime. He was in grade 10. That's hilarious. Anyways, it's so funny.
That's completely
Love it. And it's like we're in the gym there in KCS during the winter break. They had a nice little camp. But fast forward into the summertime, and that's where I met you the second time. And we had some things. We had we're going down for a tournament there. The one we had just all this random people because Garvey wanted to.
I remember that.
Remember that? There you go. And I remember we're right in the gym. It's close to the parking lot door. And you talked to me, you say, "Yo, Tim, man, that's so awesome. You won provincials with your 2018 team." And I remember that. And you're like, I want to win provincials so bad next year. Or we won't. We probably won't, though. But I want to win so bad. And I just remember to say, hey, why not? You can, but you have to put in the work now. But you're like, yeah, but we're just AA. There's so many good teams down the coast. And, but my dream, man, is to win the provincials. Do you remember that conversation we had?
I think I do, yeah.
Yes, I remember that conversation so vividly. And in my mind, I didn't really know too much about Westside basketball, but I remember you wanting it so bad, and you're in the gym every single day, and you're such a great kid. And I just remember standing there, and you're saying, I want to win so bad, but I don't know, man. And you're talking about the other teams, but you're like, man, I'll do anything to win provincials. Yeah. Fast forward, so that was your grade 11 years. So fast forward,
the summer grade after grade 10. So grade 11 year.
Yeah. So exactly. So fast forward months, probably 8 or so months later, here you are standing as a provincial champion. Like you basically just, what is that word called? You basically just spoke into existence. And tell me, how does it feel to be a provincial champion and a fellow provincial championship as myself there?
Both of us.
Both of us. Yeah. So how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. Like when I was talking to you first, we had I didn't know how the season was going to play out because I've never actually been on a team where I was a big factor. When in grade 9, I was a bench player. Yeah. Like probably right at the end of the bench, like no one called me out. Like so I didn't know how I was going to play. I didn't know how our team was going to bind that year. Yeah. And actually one of the biggest factor I would say that helped us win that provincial championship was Caleb rolling in that grade 11 year.
Just following you guys' lap. Hey, man, that's what happens, though.
Yeah, the first time I saw him in school. He was a tall guy, so I'm like, hey, this guy probably knows how to play some basketball. So I asked him, like, do you play basketball? He's like, yeah. He's like, I play a little basketball.
I dabble
a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, I saw him in the gym, like, I think probably the next week at an open gym in the morning. And he just turned, like, I was like, this guy's legit. He
can hoop.
Yeah, he can hoop. And oh my goodness. And he turns out to be the provincial MVP. So,
right. And then right after that, he's like, yeah, I'm done. And I'm going to go and work on my school and stuff. That. And he has so many other things that he likes to do. And that's what happens sometimes, right? You have the best players or provincial MVP and they choose to go a different path. But what we always preach to myself and other coaches is if you want to be a great high school player and that's fine. And you spoke it. You said, hey, I was on the bench in grade 9, did not see a second. And that's so huge that you said that and recognize that because I don't know you back then, but I don't think you complained. I don't think you went to the coaches and were angry. You just did your part. You put your head down in practice and here you are, right? And that's a huge message right now for kids that are not getting the playing time that think that they deserve when a person like you recognize that you didn't play and here you are, one of the top players, I believe, here, and one of the top players to come out of Kamloops. Yes, I've said that at your age, 100%. There's Kelly Olynyk, and I think you're almost right after that. Where you are right now, there's people like Wolfram and obviously Joe Davis, but they blossomed later on. I think that you are ready right now. If you were to go on a university team right now, you'd be ready to play.
I appreciate
it. I appreciate it, but I'm just telling you from what I see, and you're professional, and I don't just throw that around. So I think it's great. So right now, you guys are playing in the AA division. What do you guys have coming up next year?
So we just went to a tournament down the coast in northern Vancouver,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a big eye opener just to see how the competition is down there. Because as a team in the Okanagan, you don't really see the competition you're going to be seeing in the provincials.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good eye opener just to see how we actually have a chance to do well in the provincials this next year. We played the first game we played was against what was it? St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah,
and they were 6th ranked. And they had a good big man, and they're pretty much the same team as us. They have a star, they have a shooter, but they don't have a Colton. So honestly, honestly, we're a better team than them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the first quarter, I rolled my ankle, so I was out for the whole tournament. Yeah,
no.
But we were up 12-5, I think, in the first quarter, and when I rolled my ankle, it was kind of hard to
definitely
for the team to continue to play because we have 8 guys, so
That's
it's
right.
hard for them to continue playing after that. But we did great at that tournament actually, and I think it was a good eye opener just to see that we can compete with all the teams in the coast and that we have a chance.
You know, I think that's a blessing. I always say, you're only as good as the 12th man or whatever, 8th man on your bench.
Yeah.
So right now your ankles, whatever, is trying to heal up. So players got to step up.
Yeah.
And I mean, once they get that experience, they'll be able to hang and get a couple of breathers for you later on when it actually matters. And that happened to me countless time at when I was at Cellcam there. People like Nick Sarai, Jermanga, Ripley, Reed, all those guys, they got injured. And the people that like the twins, Josh and Sam and Denzel and Foster, they were forced to play. Graham, and only made us better. So it was like a blessing in disguise there. So
Jeremy actually had a 43-point game against Rockridge.
No, he didn't.
Jeremy McKinnon.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
What?
43 against Rockridge to win the game. Yeah.
The guy probably had 12 threes.
He had a lot of threes. He's actually making his layups too. It was good. Yeah.
Oh man, I love that guy, man.
Yeah, Alex, one of our coaches, he told us, I don't think I've ever lost a tournament. So please don't let this be the first time we lose a tournament.
Yeah.
So Jeremy really stepped it up. Colton stepped it up.
Love it.
They all did. And I think it's an eye opener for me just to see that.
You can trust some guys in certain times. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's something I'm going to try to improve at.
No, I think you do. And I remember at the Fulton Cup tournament, me just talking to you about, just finishing those little bunnies or doing one more pass, like I said, in those Fulton Cup tournaments, all these other exhibition tournaments, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters at provincials, and you got to find the best way to get your team ready. And I just think, God bless your ankle, but having you out there and then playing at a tournament like that is huge for your team's morale too. So I don't think that's a tournament loss. I think that's a win in a sense for your team. So that's
and
awesome.
we were able to see just the teams who were like Pacific Academy was down there, and they are the 3rd ranked team. And when we just saw them play, they're a good team and all that, but there's nothing that like if we can beat them, like that's like, we could just see that like we like they don't. There's not some crazy person who's just gonna drop. Well, actually, they do have a good player, but like it's not like there's some superhumans down the coast that like is unbeatable. Like like these teams are very beatable.
No, exactly. And down the coast, man, it's great basketball. They have 20 guys on the bench, though. Like I said, I love. In practice, probably 10 or 11, you know, and it's just shorter, more time, right? And that's what it is. On the coast, they have the same basketball they use. They play on the same court, right? And but here in Kamloops, you have TCC is 15 minutes away. You have your high school. I just think it's so much easier, so much accessible as a gym to get shots up in a smaller city. You know your players. You grew up with them, you know, same catchment area, and that's kind of where I think we have an advantage here up in Okanagan.
Things I always tell myself before I like play a game against someone I'm like kind of nervous to play. I'm like, there's only 5 guys on the floor at all time. Like it's not like they can put out all their whole team. Like if they have a 12 guy bench, it's not like it's intimidating because like at the end of the day, there's only 5 on 5, right? And if we don't have 10, 12 guys, that's fine. We just have to play with what we got. But yeah.
No, that's it. You hit it right on there, man. Like you only 5 guys. You can't give 20 guys on the court and you only have on the bench and you only have 8. They can't send out the 20 people, all right? So it's only 5 on 5. And I mean, the more reps you have, the shorter bench, the better. I think you're ready for real game stuff. So that's excellent, Caleb. I'm gonna fast forward here. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna leave it to the end. We have a special treat for you at the end because Caleb's gonna do a nice little announcement. Is that cool with you, Caleb? Yeah. But I'm gonna just talk about just real briefly here. Northern Bounce, okay? I know we created it last year and we started in the spring, and it's people like you that kind of helps our program out, like how you play and how you dedicate so much of your time, volunteer. If I text you, you're there. If Garvey texts you, you're there. And people in the city, no matter who it is in all this school, they look up to you. Out of everybody, everyone knows you're the best player in town here in your age group, and they look up. It's not even thank you. It's your hard work and how you listen. So you come and join our Northern Bounce squad there. And we go on so many trips together, car rides. What's your favorite experience, and what do you think about our first year at Northern Bounce, Caleb?
Yeah, it was like a no-brainer to join the Northern Bounce squad because I know Garv, and then I grew to know you really quickly, and I understood that both of you were like incredible coaches. And there's not really coaches that are better than you guys, I don't think.
Appreciate that, man.
And like the experience there was great, and I think it was the first time I played AAU or club basketball, and it was just a great experience. The car rides were probably could have been my favorite part.
The car rides are awesome.
Oh my goodness. Just like just chatting with Garv and you in the car. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we ended up playing some cards here and there. So many stories, Garvey's. We're not going to say many things on the radio here. But we even we're just joking around, and in the game we're serious, we play, but after that we'd like to have fun. What was your favorite tournament? I know we went to like Gonzaga, we went to Calgary, a couple in Vancouver. What was your favorite, you think?
I love Gonzaga. Like unfortunately I don't Jeremy and Cole didn't go down. I don't think Cole did.
No, he didn't. No.
Yeah. So that was fun, but like I think maybe Calgary, I would say.
Calgary, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, because Jeremy, all the guys were there.
Yeah. No, definitely.
That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah, and you think it'll coming back for another year?
Oh, for sure,
You betcha, man. And I think I talked to Jeremy too, and I think he wants to come through again. So yeah, we're trying to grow it. And like I said, basketball, sweet, that's good. But at the same time, it was just the bonds we created. I think I'm so close with so many kids in a sense where it's different. It helps the growth of the sport.
It's nice to have that in your hometown too.
It is.
Like I was thinking, I wanted to play club. I knew that, and I was thinking I might have to go to Vancouver or Kelowna to play that. And it was nice that you guys started up right when I started getting into it.
That's right.
I could play in my hometown. I didn't have to travel and just
We always say the practices aren't for everybody, but whoever do join, it's amazing.
Oh, oh my goodness, the amount of learning I have in the practices and is great. Yeah, there's a lot of skill work and stuff that we do that has helped boost my game a lot.
Good. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm still trying to learn that impossible move, getting from the top of the key to the bottom in one dribble. Caleb, don't worry, get them long legs, but still, I've been trying to do that there. So you're teaching me a few things as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we take off here, Caleb, you've been an awesome guest, but I want to hear the special announcement coming here right live at the Northern Bounce, Bounce is Real podcast. I want to know, you had a big decision to make, and it was a commitment of where you were going to play basketball. However way you want to present it, because you're such a nice guy, I want you to show, or I want you to say, anyway, your commitment. Where are you planning to go next year for your scholarship, my friend?
Yeah, so I've decided I'm going to commit to Trinity Western
Trinity
University.
Western Spartans.
Hasn't been announced yet, but
yes.
Yeah, this is the first time I've told it in social media, I guess, or on a,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about there? What made your decision easy? I know it was really hard. I remember before you had a different choice, and then you actually surprised me because you know you were torn between a couple places. So I always say I'm proud of you for just choosing yourself. And I told you when you came and tried to talk to me, I said I don't care where you go as long as that's where you want to go, and not anyone else's decision. I never told you anything. I told you, hey, there's benefits of going and staying here, going there, or whatever, but I don't even come close to it. I just give you whatever I can help you with, but ultimately it's your decision.
Yeah, I appreciate all the advice you've given me throughout this decision, and so I appreciate it.
So you're excited for next year?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready for college basketball.
Yes, I think
I'm ready for
man.
that step. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun just to be in that environment, just living on campus, and going to practices, and just being with the team a lot. And I think it'll be super fun experience.
That is, man. Honestly, well, my man, we call him CGI because computer generated intelligent. CGI.
Newly called CGI.
That's right. Caleb Gremaud, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. I know you're nervous. How was it?
It was good.
It was good, eh?
Just talking,
It is. It's just talking.
Yeah, it's not. I like talking.
And you know what? We'll be checking with you another time, especially. Don't forget us here, man. Can't wait to watch you next year, and especially this year too. Hopefully, get another title run there. So, Mr. Caleb Gremaud, thank you very much, and that's all for episode number 2 of The Bounce is Real.
Yes, sir.